What is reverb on the Smule app?
There are many definitions of reverb, and if you Google it, you'll find very technical and scientific answers as to what reverb is and how it is created. But for me, the non-scientific person who just wants a simple answer, reverb is an abbreviation of reverberation, and it refers to how much echo a sound makes. So on the Smule app, it's referring to how much echo is applied to your OC or song. So if reverb is just an echo on a sound, why are there two reverb settings in Smule? One setting adjusts how much echo or reverb is applied to your voice itself, and the other setting applies to how much reverb or echo is applied to the environment or the room that you're in. On Smule, the first reverb adjustment is the reverb character, and that adjusts the echo to change the sound of the environment you're in. So, for example, if you wanted to sound like you were in a huge cathedral, you would bump that level up really high to make it sound like you were in a huge room.
This is the night, it's a beautiful night, and we call it melody.
The reverb amount, on the other hand, is how much reverb or echo is applied to your voice itself.
This is the night, it's a beautiful night, and we call it melody.
I'll admit, I get these reverb settings confused all the time, and honestly, sometimes it's really hard to hear the difference between them. One way I remember which reverb setting in Smule is which is by associating the reverb character with what kind of character do I want the room to have. Then for the other reverb setting on Smule, reverb amount, I just think, well, what amount of reverb do I want to add to my voice? Hopefully that will help you remember which reverb setting is which on Smule. So a lot of people on Smule have the same question. What is the best reverb settings for a Smule collaboration? Well, unfortunately, it's not a one-size-fits-all answer. It's very subjective to each person and their taste. Some may love reverb while others might hate it. However, with that in mind, here's a few guidelines with settings for various situations that I've been in. For group or event auditions, very little to no reverb is used at all. This is because the judges usually want to hear your clean voice with no filters or distractions. This is also the case for voice acting scenes. You usually don't want any reverb at all on those. For me, I find reverb on a voice acting scene very distracting, and it really takes away from emotion or any dialogue that is happening.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. Are you at home?
Yeah, why? Hello?
Hey, it's me. Are you at home?
Yeah, why?
I need a ride. Can you come pick me up? For group songs, and I want to reiterate that these settings are very subjective and it may be different for any given group song, but I usually see that the reverb character is set between 25 and 35, and the reverb amount is set between 15 and 25. Personally, I've noticed that on group songs where the reverb settings are high, it tends to muffle or muddy the sound, especially when new layers are added. But if your group is going for a church-like cathedral sound, your group might like the reverb settings that high. For a regular Smule OC or duet, it really depends on what feel you're going for. But the common range I've seen on Smule OCs is similar to what I see on group songs. For reverb character between 25 and 35, and the reverb amount between 15 and 25. For me personally, I usually set my reverb character to 35 and my reverb amount to 25. As a side note, when I first started Smule, I didn't know what was meant when I saw SS 25/35. Or reverbs 25/35, or something similar to that. If you see something similar to that in a Smule OC's song description, then that's what they're referring to. Then they're referring to the reverb settings, where the first number is referring to the reverb character, and the second number is referring to the reverb amount. If you see it in someone's description, those are the reverb settings that that person would like you to use. If you're not sure how to adjust the reverb settings when you're joining someone else's Smule collaboration, or you want to learn how to override audio settings on a Smule song, check out the link above or click on the link in the description called How to Override Audio Settings in Smule 2022. As another note, and this one is in regards to Style Studio, the reverb characters are switched in order. So instead of seeing the reverb character first, you'll see the reverb amount first, and then the reverb character after that. You'd think the Smule apps would be consistent, but that just adds to the confusion in my opinion. Now here's a singing tip in regards to reverb settings. If you want to help cover some of the mistakes you made in a song, or you want to sound a little bit more confident, bump your reverb numbers up a little bit on both settings, but don't turn them up super high that it's very noticeable. Usually bumping up each setting by 5 or 10 or so does the trick. However, I would not recommend doing this for any audition or voice acting scene. So there you have it. There's the rundown on the reverb character and amount and the reverb settings. If you have additional questions, tips, or info that I missed, put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And if you have questions, put them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them for you. If you found this video useful, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button to help show it to other people who may find this information useful. And if you want to see more tutorials in the future, hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when a new one is released. As always, happy smuling!